That was obviously a frustrating loss. I did my spout at halftime. I yelled. I screamed. The game was over at halftime. Look, when you have a rookie quarterback who starts against the Baltimore Ravens, it's hard to expect to win, given. You don't have Nick Chubb. Wow, now you're really behind the eight ball. All given. But that was not a solid performance from our coaching staff. That was bizarre play calling to start the game. And to go throw in trick plays and make your quarterback try to, I guess, move the ball down the field early was a bizarre way to start the game. Bizarre. Stefanski gets a big fat F. F for that performance. And now it comes out that Watson is going to be maybe out for multiple weeks with a rotator cuff. Woof. DTR, rough. That was rough today. Rough. And that trade that even I poo-pooed looks bad right now. Dobbs needs to be... Where's our Dobbs? Where's our Dobbs? Thank God for the bye weeks, right? But, man, this is serious. Like, we had some dreams here, and then Harbaugh did what Harbaugh does. You know what we're going to do? We're going to run the ball right up their gut. Lamar Jackson has a career first half. Mark Andrews goes off. Lamar Jackson goes off. And they ran the ball. They stabled the play clock. That was embarrassing. Again, you're not expected to win with DTR. Okay. Especially against the Ravens. That's a tall chore. But it's how you lose. And I'll tell you what, some of this loss, too, was on Andrew Berry. That trade now for Josh Dobbs doesn't look good. Does not look good. Defense, no help. They played much better in the second half. They had a terrible first half. They let Andrews run wild. They let Lamar Jackson, running game. Those things you can't allow happen. Schwartz is good, Thompson, relax. St. Edwards, Thompson, relax. Would have rather seen P.J. Walker play in the second half. A DTR, that's a tough spot. And by that trade, that Josh Dobbs trade, Popester, it was embarrassing. Again, to lose against the Ravens, and they're ripping off helmets. Where's the flag on Smith? He ripped off his helmet! Yeah, I can't wait for 2024. The season's not done. Look, I'm not going to say that. The season's not done. I'm not there at all. Not even close. You can get Watson back at some point. You can maybe settle this thing down. You still have a very good defense. But today was not a good day for what we were expecting from this club and your coach did not put the team in the best position to win. Stefanski started doing trick plays, started making bizarre play calls. Stefanski, F. Oh. Watson needs to suck it up, says Colin. He's hurt. And it sounds like it's serious. We all poo-pooed it. No one in the press reported anything about this rotator cuff. It's his first start. I mean, we got to relax. But look, Logan. It's his first start against the Ravens. And it's an impossible spot for DTR. It's not the loss. It's how the loss went down. Browns got bullied. Again. Just bullied. BKO, it's a long career. Defense played soft today. Yes, they did. They played really soft. They got bullied. Ravens smacked them in the mouth on both sides of the ball. No, DTR is just not a good quarterback. I'm not ready to say that. Against a team like the Ravens like that is a tough spot. Stefanski needs to stop calling plays. Stefanski has got to start making adjustments for game planning. If DTR is your starter, you may need to plan for more runs and no trick plays. Control the field. Control the clock. I mean, trick plays on 3rd and 1. I mean, what is... Needed a defensive battle. And defense didn't deliver. They did not. That's true. Bringing OC to Cleveland. I'll tell you what, AVP had a tough day. Tough day for those guys. Again, you can lose with DTR. How you lose is a different story. That's because Stefanski is terrible. Rotator cuff was reported on CBS. The CBS broadcast in the second half, they're reporting a rotator cuff. Sounds like it's a DT Ken. It sounds like it's a... CBS was all over it in this broadcast. They said rotator cuff, second half. All these trades the Browns made are coming back to bite them. They really, Isaac, some of them. Problem is 2 division losses. That's the problem, is right. And a division loss at home. Stefanski didn't. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Exactly. You've got to make a game plan and make adjustments to who is on the field. You can't just say, all right, we're going to have DTR sling it. And again, these goofy trick plays. Why? With a rookie quarterback and experienced defense you're facing up against. Why? I agree, Logan. Fire Stefanski. At least there's no quarterback controversy. Come on, Andy. Stats don't support adjustments. They made no adjustments, Colin. What are you talking about? I didn't say they made any adjustments, Colin. Defense had a bad day. Jeff, that was bad. Jeff, bad. If we fire Stefanski, it gets fired. I would be surprised. Stefanski's not going anywhere. Hey, let's run more around the end again. Yeah, seriously, Jason. There are certain play calls. It's like, haven't we seen that enough? Moore, who I was excited about, who I thought was going to be a good player, he has stunk. He's not. He's an average wide receiver. Moore's just average, and we're making him try to do smart things. It doesn't make sense. And Stefanski, defense, no help. No help at all. I'm getting a psychologist talk about the Brown stuff. Yeah, exactly, Jay Hockman. That was bad today. That was bad. Ooh. Again, if you're going to have DTR as your quarterback, here's what you do. You just make simple adjustments. Simple adjustments to win the game. You don't throw out the Deshaun Watson playbook at DTR. It's just a joke. I want a football coach, not some Ivy League grad. I hear you on that sometimes. Why don't we have a veteran backup? David Redmond, that was a terrible trade. I didn't take it seriously enough, and that's bad on me. That Josh Dobbs trade looks terrible now. We need a real offensive coordinator badly. We could be Bears fan. Again, all true, B. Cato. It's all true. Doesn't mean you can't get frustrated. You play to win is right, David. And again, if you lose a DTR and you give a good performance, hey, okay. They didn't play well. They looked awful. It's hard to blame the defense when the offense was. I agree with you, Vincent, about that. Bring in Herm Edwards. We all got so upset when we lose because we are overhyped, Isaac Brown says. There is some fairness to that comment, Isaac. They're probably overrated. The Browns are probably overrated in certain areas. But today was a day. The Ravens came in banged up. Browns had an opportunity to win this game. DTR started. That takes that takes at least 7 to 10 points off the board right there. But then you game plan to lose. I just don't understand the game plan. Fire Kevin. Stefanski had a bad day. I am not a Stefanski supporter. I would have gotten rid of him last year. For games like this was bad. Defense never played well. No, I don't think so about that. Shuey calls Watson soft. I don't think he's soft is correct here. I think he's really hurt. I actually do. But you got to make adjustments. In fact, Watson was begging to play. When you lose your top quarterback, running back, there's a huge drop-off. Yes. Agree, Jason. No doubt. I mean, again, it's one thing to lose. You got to expect to lose when you don't have Chubb and Watson. Okay, fine. But how they lost today was just, ugh. The second DTR was called on. The game plan should change. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. I was not thrilled with the bye week so early in the season. Boy, yeah. The bye week came in very, very well here this year. Needed a bye week badly. Game plan was awful. I know. Again, realistic here. Even if you get DTR playing well today, you probably still lose to the Ravens. Ravens are a good team. We all know that. But just give it a good chance. Browns had just gave themselves no chance. You cannot be down at halftime, 18 points, and think to win. B. Cato says he's not hurt. Drop DTR. Oh, boy, David Redmond's done. Trade Moore. Moore's got no trade value now. Why do we get rid of Dobbs for a draft pick? Stefanski is. David, I'm with you. I don't like Stefanski. Stefanski seems like a nice guy. Terrible coach. I think he's awful. I can't stand him. He drives me crazy in games like this. Yeah, the elf can go too. I'm with you. But if we win 10 in a row, bring the elf back on the middle field. All right. Frustrating loss. Again, to lose with DTR is one thing. The way we lost, it was bad. Brissett would go a long way. Tomlin can win with injuries. Yes, he can. I agree with you about that. And again, Stefanski's just not a good coach compared. Tough loss, bad loss for the Browns. And again, keep your eye on this Deshaun Watson injury. It sounds like it's a lot more serious than we once thought. I don't know why. The report didn't really come out till during this game about his injury. Sounds like it's a rotator cuff. According to CBS, they said a rotator cuff. That's serious. I feel like we will lose to the Ravens and Steelers twice. I hope you're wrong. I don't think they're going to lose to the Steelers twice. The Ravens, we'll see. I believe Stefanski is just an OC. I completely agree with you. We have a week off. Let's see how come back against the Niners. Jason well said. Next 2 weeks are, I know, Popester. It's bad. It's frustrating when we lose, isn't it? It's frustrated when we lose. I just want a football coach, man. I agree with you. I agree with you about that, too. Niners are tough. We'll be back after Tito's last game. Guardians are down right now 3-1. Is his throwing shoulder hurt? Yes. Bring in Taylor Swift to head coach game. And with that, we say goodbye. Terrible loss, tough day. Hopefully Watson's going to be okay. Defense came out good. Yes, they did, but that second quarter, they were terrible. Obvious that the best team in town is the Cavaliers. Maybe that's a good saying right now. All right. Schwartz for head coach. I was thinking about that too, Vincent. He's interesting he said that. All right. Have a good night. We'll be back after Guardians and Tigers.